So the other day I was flying back from Bermuda to the United States, and I'm so used to flying this one airline, and in this particular airline there's no assigned seating. There's just these sections, right? And they have, the A, B, and C. You know which airline I'm talking about. And so I'm used to flying them. But when I was flying back from Bermuda to the United States, I flew on a different airline. And this airline, you actually have assigned seats. However, I was so used to flying on the other airline that I was getting very upset and uptight. No, for real, I was feeling some type of way because as I'm standing in line waiting to board, they're calling all these zones. Zone preferred. First they call like the preferred, and then they call the business class, and then there's zone 1, zone 2. And I'm just feeling some type of way because I'm not like in any of the zones. I'm like in zone 5 or 4 or whatever. I don't even think there's a 5, but I was like in the last zone. And I just felt some type of way, like, why am I in zone 4? And why can they go before me? And then it hit me, why am I tripping? What is wrong with you? So what, you're not in the business class? So what, you're not in first class? But dude, you have an assigned seat. You got a seat already. It's not like the other airline where you got to get on there and fight for a seat. It's not assigned. But I had an assigned seat with this airline. So even though people went ahead of me, it didn't matter because when I got on, they can get ahead of me and they can be in zone 1, but they can still be in seat number 35E. But because I had an assigned seat, I can get on in the 4th zone and I can still sit in seat number 5A because my seat was assigned. Oh, I hope you're hearing me right now. I hope you're here. Do you hear what I'm saying? Are you feeling this right now? Stop stressing about your salvation, because when Jesus Christ died on the cross for you, before you even got here, he died for sins that you haven't even committed yet. He was essentially saying, I'm giving you an assigned seat. There's no need to fight for what he already fought for. The Bible says in Ephesians chapter 2 and verses 8 and onward, for by grace you have been saved through faith. I want you to hear me on this because there's a lot of confusion about this. You're not saved because you're good. You're not saved because you go to church. You're not saved because you're more spiritual than somebody else. This is not a track meet. You are saved because Jesus reserved you a seat, and all he wants you to do is access that by faith. So guess what? I ain't tripping no more. Y'all, and listen, some of y'all might get to heaven before me. Some of y'all might be in the 144,000. Some of you might be one of the 24 elders. I'm just glad that I got me an assigned seat, and that gives me peace. God bless you.